Our industry often talks about the need to attract the next generation of talent, develop skilled technicians, and create more opportunities for young people to explore careers in the trades. In this episode of Unscripted, which is an IICRC video production, we're sharing a story that puts that future into laser sharp focus. And here comes the best part. At just 12 years of age, one technician has earned dual IICRC certifications in water damage restoration and applied structural drying. Who are we speaking about? Let's find out. It's my pleasure to welcome two people to the program. Chad and Olivia Haynes of 911 Restoration in Central and Northwest Arkansas. Welcome to the program.
Oh, glad to be here.
Olivia, it's the middle of the day. Aren't you supposed to be in school?
Well, it's summer.
What?
It's summer, so I don't gotta go to school.
Good for you. I didn't know if they still did summer vacation. I thought they just work you harder year round, but what do
It
you do
seems
for
like
fun during the summer, Olivia?
Well, I like to swim and I like to go to the lake a lot and hang out with my friends.
Now you're not quite a teenager. When are you going to be 13?
I actually turned 13 last week.
Oh, so my whole introduction was wrong. So you're 13. Okay.
I
I
was
might fix
12
that.
though
We'll
whenever I
see.
passed. Yeah.
Chad, you must be a beaming father. Very proud.
oh yeah, absolutely. That's a pretty awesome accomplishment and what she's done and everything. So super excited.
Well, let's get into our questions we have for you because we want to learn about you, your company, and what this experience really turned out to be. Because I have been in all these classes myself as a student. Olivia, I'm sure I didn't get the grades that you did, but I took them. I know what it's like to sit there and to listen and to be around the other students. But Chad, let's get started with this. Tell us a bit about your family and your company to set up our topic today.
Sure, sure. I was born and raised in Oklahoma. Me and my wife moved to Arkansas about 12 years ago. Um, and we have three girls from the ages of 28 to 13 now. And we like to travel. We like sporting events. We go to a lot of them. We're big Kansas City Chiefs fans, so we go to a couple games a year to that. And then we like to go swimming and go to the lake a lot and stuff. And summers here in Arkansas get really hot, but we like to try to cool down as much as we can. I've been in construction for about 30 years, and I've been for about 18 of those years, I've had my own company, and I've done insurance-based work for about the last 16 years. So I have a general contractor's license, several certifications, IICRC certifications, and we are a certified firm. So for several years now, I partnered with 911 8 years ago, and I opened up a branch in Central Arkansas. And then 2 years later, I opened up another branch in Northwest Arkansas. So we serve all of Arkansas and the surrounding states.
Well, good work on building your business. I imagine some watching this program might expect Olivia to show up to do the work, but she probably still has to get through school and things like that. We're going to talk about that a bit. But Olivia, I do want to ask you this. Most 13-year-olds are focused on school, sports, and hobbies. How do you balance that with learning about restoration? Because you passed these classes.
Well, I mean, I guess restoration could be considered a hobby. And since my dad just kind of have their own restoration company, it's a big part of my life. But I do find time to do other hobbies like swimming, golf, horseback riding. And honestly, the best thing for me to do just is to really focus on what and set time aside to do restoration.
Let me ask this question, Chad. When did you first realize Olivia had that genuine interest in the technical side of the business rather than just tagging along with dad? Because a lot of young ones, when their parents own the company, they go along kicking and screaming. That probably didn't happen here.
Yeah, no, not till I got to a certain age, but no, yeah, he definitely has been involved in a lot of stuff since I've been in this work. Sometimes we have to go do what we have to do, but I mean, I think I could tell that she had a genuine interest whenever she was started asking detailed questions. It wasn't so much general questions, but for example, I mean, I think I went to a job and I was doing readings on that job, and she was there with me, and she wanted to know what the purpose and what each machine did. She wanted to know why they did what they did. So I thought that was cool. And then she'd ask me why there was so much equipment in there in this house. She was kind of trying to understand that. So I think that was the first sign of it. But then, when she came to me and wanted to do get a certification for it, we looked into it. Um, but seeing her in the class actually was another big thing that really confirmed to me that she was really interested into it. I mean, she asked really good questions in there. She was with a bunch of adults that were most of them already in the industry, and here she is studying with them. She took the test, took it seriously when she did the test and everything. So, I mean, she definitely showed a lot of interest in that. And then the hands-on part in the flood house, I could see she really enjoyed that. So I could tell that this is something that's definitely got her interest peaked, I guess.
So when Olivia took those classes, the two we mentioned, were you in the same class, Chad?
No, I actually took my class 8 years ago.
Yeah, okay.
But I just wanted to be there just to make sure that she could handle it and it wasn't anything. So the first day I kind of sat in for a little bit to make sure, but she did awesome. So, I just went on and I just came back and picked her up at the end of the day and stuff. So,
Okay. So you let her have her own time.
yep.
Olivia, what was it like being in those classes? What did you like the most? And was it lunch?
Yes. Um, but it was a neat experience. I did feel a little bit intimidated by everyone else because, like you said, everyone's older than me. They all had a lot more experience than me. But we did have an awesome instructor that was very helpful. And I think I probably liked the hands-on portion of it, the flood house and stuff, because you would learn and then do the flood house, so you wouldn't have to learn it all in 3 days and then go. You have to learn and then go to flood house, which is nice to like retain the knowledge in my brain.
Olivia, when you're in that classroom, here's a bonus question. All the other people, mostly guys, right? Mostly older men? Yeah.
There's a couple of females in there.
Okay. What did they say to you? Did they say, "What are you doing?" Did they engage you and talk to you? Did they treat you as an equal?
That and my cousin was doing the class with me, so I ha already had someone to talk to.
Well, that's a good thing to go with someone you know and like. Um, do you talk about this at school, like when you're talk with your friends and they're talking about what they're doing, maybe trying to think about their part-time job, but you've gone a long ways here. Does that ever come up?
Not a lot because whenever I do try to bring it up, they don't seem as interested as I am. But I think it's when I took the course and I got to experience it, which it was fun. I think if they would have done the same thing I did, that they would have really enjoyed it.
They just don't get it. They'll get it one day. That's the point. Right, Chad?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Chad. So many restoration professionals spend years building the knowledge required for these certifications. You can speak as a dad or a business owner, whatever you want, but watching Olivia work through this training, what were you thinking? What impressed you the most?
Yeah, I would say how involved she was with her group throughout the whole process. I mean, every day they would have a new in their group, they would have pick a new leader that kind of ran that day. And when it was her time to be the leader, she stepped up and she did it and was a part of that, which is really cool to see. But she asked really good questions. She answered a lot of questions that was given, so she wasn't, didn't sit there in a corner and just kind of absorb it. She was actually involved into it. So that was really cool to see her do that. And then working on the flood house, she did really good with that. She, setting up equipment, She did extraction, and then she would get readings every day. And, one day she even had to go into the crawl space to get readings. And she's scared to death of spiders. So I didn't think that was going to happen, but I'm very proud of her because she made it happen. So, her working hard right along with everyone else in the class was really impressive to me.
I don't like spiders either, Olivia. In fact, I have a philosophy. If a spider, I see a spider outside, it can live. If it comes inside, it's going to die. Do you have the same thought?
Yes, I think they're outside this stretch.
Yeah, she's dead no
Yeah.
matter what.
And I've never really crawled in a crawl space. I spent most of my career in the industry in cleaning with some light restoration, but I think a crawl space would be a bit much. So good for you, Olivia. You did it. You got that done. Chad, talk about the message you think Olivia's story can send to other business owners about getting young people into the industry, because we all talk about that, but you're making it happen here.
Well, I'm trying. I think it's really important. We need to get these young ones excited somehow about it as much as possible. What we do is a good thing for people. Helping them out in emergencies, knowing how to properly take care of it for them, and leading that is super important. So we need people that are trained to do that. Young people, I think, would be great to kind of help with the industry. That's going to help us grow as an industry as well. I really wish, there was opportunity, down the road, maybe there will be that maybe schools will, for a semester, will include, some type of class like this to where kids can get a hands-on experience and kind of get a feel for it and a taste for it. And then they can learn also that there's a lot of different roles and opportunities in this industry that make good money for it. So, hopefully, someday down the road, that's something that can happen.
So, Olivia, do you think that restoration could be a lifelong career? Do you see yourself doing this after school?
Yeah, I think so. Like my dad said, um, it's never going to be taken over by AI. Did you say that?
I've said it in the past.
Okay, well, there will always be a need for it. And so, as long as I really work at it and try, then I can provide for what I'll need in the future.
Yeah, this industry is always going to be a need. There's going to be pipes breaking and floods and all kinds of issues all the time. So Olivia, if you didn't do this work, what kind of work would you want to do?
I don't know, maybe something on the computer. I'm not, I don't really like going out and doing stuff that's in the heat, but maybe painting, doing something.
No one likes the heat. And your interest in computers could fit this industry as well, because I have to say I'm seeing all kinds of advancements in technology involving AI and computers and all that stuff that young people like you, Olivia, just know how to use. Chad, I don't know how old you are, but I was not born into the era of computers and what we have today, but Olivia is, and she will understand how that works. But to wrap it up, Chad, as a father, what does this experience mean to you personally?
Well, I mean, personally for me, wow, it's really cool. Her getting to go to the same class. We went to the RSA. It's the Restoration Science Academy, and having Kevin Fisher as our teacher, I really was glad that she was able to do that. I mean, it's really neat that 8 years ago I was in the exact same place and the exact same flood house, and here she is 8 years later, drying out the same house. I think that's really a cool experience. But you know, to do what you love and then to do it with someone that you really love is an awesome, amazing feeling. So seeing our kids grow up, it can and start to form their own path in life. It can be scary for sure. Um, and I don't know if Olivia is going to stay in this industry, in the restoration industry, when as a career. But I think I want to be able to cherish every moment I can to help her to find out what she, does make her happy in the future.
Well said, Chad. Appreciate that. And Kevin Fisher's, yeah, he's a great instructor. I know him.
I actually called him up after whenever she asked me about taking the class. I actually called him up, and 'cause I wasn't for sure if there's an age, restriction on it. But I remember in my class, his son Zach was actually in it. I think he was 14 or 15 at the time. So I didn't think there was, but I called Zach or I called Kevin up, and he said no, she can do it. But he did warn me. He was like, I can't change the course though for her. He goes, it's got to be what it is. So I don't know if she can handle it. So, but after the first day, I talked to him. He was like, oh yeah, she's doing great. No issues there. So it was,
He could have taken it easy, changed things, but he didn't. But
yeah.
let me ask this question. Answer it if you want to. Chad, you took the courses 8 years ago, Olivia
Sure.
more recently. Do you want to talk about who got the better grade?
I think
No?
we tied.
She thinks we tied.
We were
Now,
close.
I think she has a future in politics as well. But thank you both
Yeah.
for joining today. And Olivia, if my house floods, I'll give you a call.